Today is Sunday and the government is still shut down. I still don't have a job. And Speaker Mike Johnson is out now on the Sunday talk shows along with Hakeem Jeffries. The House guys are running around on Sunday talk shows debating each other through the moderators on what's going on for the government shutdown. Here's what Mike Johnson had to say about what's going on in the House, since that he's Speaker of that House.
Speaker Mike Johnson joins us from Capitol Hill. Good morning to you, Speaker. Anyone up there to negotiate with?
There's not, Margaret. Good morning. Good to hear your voice. It's kind of quiet around here. It has been for the last several days, and it's very unfortunate. But
America, don't you get upset when you hear that no one is in Congress working? Well, just because the government is shut down does not mean that the Senate, the House, or the White House get to go home. They're essential workers, are they not? They can be still there negotiating. So if the House, the Senate, and the White House are like essential workers and they should be working for the American people, but yet the House itself is not there working, you got to ask yourself why that is.
The chair lays before the House a communication.
The Speaker's Rooms, Washington, D.C., October 3rd, 2025. I hereby designate the period from Tuesday, October 7th, 2025 through Monday, October 13th, 2025 as a district work period under Clause 13 of Rule 1. Signed sincerely, Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Pursuant to Clause 13 of Rule 1, the House stands adjourned until 3 p.m. on Monday, October 6, 2025.
Yes, the same guy that's the Speaker of the House and talking about the fact that no one's there is the same guy that closed the House for 1 full week. So, okay, I know some of you guys may have rewound what I just did, but it's true. Mike Johnson just closed the House on Friday, and they don't come back to work until 3 p.m. on Monday. Not this Monday. The Monday after this one coming up. And again, MAGA, you're going to want to ask yourself, why did he close the House of Representatives for 1 week? You got to go look it up, because not only are they going to some private convention to where they're going to fundraise, and they called it working in the field at home, but there's another legit reason that MAGA may have as far as closing the House.
because the House did its job, the reason that House Republicans are home working in their districts, and I suspect House Democrats should be as well, is because we did that. We passed a bipartisan, very clean, continuing resolution a couple of weeks back now and sent it to the Senate.
So yes, what he is saying is true. The House passed the bill, which the Senate is still holding on to, because the Democrats and the Republicans in the Senate cannot agree on that bill, and the Republicans don't have enough votes to get past debate to go to voting. Now we get into the weeds of everything, but I'm not going to go there. But one thing I'm going to say is, he said it was a bipartisan bill. He got one Democrat vote.
This bitch.
Yes, Representative Jared Golden of Maine. You need your ass whooped. Because if he had not voted for this bill, it would not have passed the House. And because that bill is now in the Senate, Mike Johnson is on another talk show talking the same talking points, but also saying this.
This is not a serious negotiation. They're doing this to get political cover.
Now, who's being serious? Even though the House did their part, because they can pass anything. They can even vote to impeach Donald Trump because they got 218 votes. But it still got to go to the Senate. Nothing can happen unless Congress, the House and the Senate agrees. Now, there's another problem, because even the House budget, the Senate didn't want to pass it because the Senate Republicans did not agree with the House Republicans. So that's the problem that we're in. So if Mike Johnson kept the House open, he could still be sitting down with Hakeem Jeffries, the Senate Majority Leader, and the Senate Democrat Minority Leader. They can all be sitting down trying to hash this out. So whatever goes to vote gets voted on in the House and the Senate and goes to the president to sign. That's easy. But no, what Mike Johnson is doing is trying to put leverage on the Democrats to say, you know what? We're not even going to consider negotiating with you guys in the House. We're going to take a week off. You're going to pass what we passed or the government shuts down. And the Democrats, they're only saying we will do a 7-week continuing resolution. Only if you agree to fix Americans, not illegal immigrants, but fix Americans' health care so that they can still be able to afford it. Because in November, the health care big pharma people got to come out with their premiums. And if the House and the Senate don't agree to anything, it's going to skyrocket for regular Americans. So the Democrats are saying, just fix that. But if the Republicans add the $1.5 trillion back into the budget to fix that, that's the same $1.5 trillion they took to give to the rich. So if you add that money back, now you got to find a way to pay for it on top of the tax cuts that they gave to the rich. That's why the House MAGA people won't vote no other way. What do you think?